Hello student. So today we are going to study set, relation and function. So let's start with set, then we will study relation and then after function. So let's introduce set. So what is the set? First let's study set. So what is the set? We can define as a set well-defined collection of well-defined collection or groups of object, or you can say elements. So these are the, you can say, here you have to see well-defined collection. Well-defined means, what is the well-defined? Means there, in a set there is no random collection of object. So you have to always consider well-defined. Like take example, family. Who are the member of family? Mother, father, son, daughter. These are the member of family. So means family has defined a particular collection of members or elements. So take another example, like take numbers. So take natural numbers. So natural number, what are the natural number? 1, 2, 3, 4, just to infinity. So natural number is also defined as a particular set of numbers 1 to infinity. So you can say that natural number is the set. But we have to see the well-defined collection should be. Otherwise, there is no random collection can be a set. So this is the set. So let's how do we represent the set? So representation of set. So basically you can represent set in three different way. Three different way means first one is called the roster form. Roster form. So in roster form, like when you write any set, like let's suppose that A is the set where A, B, C alphabet tends to Z. So when you write any set in curly bracket, so these are the curly bracket. When you write the elements, all the element of set in curly brackets, so this forms called a roster form. Roster form. When you write this set A into a sentence form. Sentence form means, suppose you can write as A where element X. So let's suppose these are the elements. These are the element X. So these are element of X. So element X is, what is the element X? X is the alphabet of English language. So means we are defining the set A in the sentence form where X, what is the, this one is the X. So this one is the element of set A. This form called a set builder form. What is called? Set builder form. And so we can same set we can represent in a pictorial form. So let's suppose pictorial form. So you can represent pictorial form. This is the box. This is the box. This box is called the universal set, represented as capital U. Universal set. So universal set is a fundamental set, which combination of all the set. So, and when you write, suppose you are writing set A. So set A can be written in a circle. So this circle is called set A, or all the element can be written inside the A, B, next to Z. So these are the element, and set can be written as a circle form. So this representation called a Venn diagram. Venn diagram. So you can represent set in three different form. So these are the set. So another is, so before moving type of set, so we should know about the basic symbol of the set. There are many basic symbol. So let's start to do about the symbol of set. So there is called a epsilon. First symbol epsilon. Epsilon. So what epsilon represent? Suppose that there is a element, there is a set given A here, A, B, C, D, E. 5. This is the defined set A. So when we say that A belongs to set A, or A is member of set A, or A is element of set A. So when you say that, means you can represent this all these three forms, that A epsilon A means A belongs to set A, means A is the element of set A. So epsilon represent as a belongs to. Epsilon represent as belong to, or element of. So this way epsilon is how, this way epsilon is related to set. There is another symbol called union. U represent union. So what is the union? Union is the combination of all the elements of different sets. All the element of two or more than two sets. So two sets. Suppose that there is just set A, as you can see, take example set A, and another set given B where F, G, H, I. This one is another example. So when we say that A union B means all the element of set A as well as set B. So set A, B, C, D, E, as well as elements of set B, F, G, H, I. So these are the combination of all the elements of set A and set B. So this way you can write as a, so union always makes a third set. So you can say that A union B is another set. Suppose C. So union of two set always makes a third set. There is another symbol called intersection. 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 So what is the intersection? Intersection is the common element. So you can write as a all the common element of set A and set B. So all the element of set A and set B. So this way you can say that what is the common element? What is the common element here? A intersection B. What are the common element? So you can see that there is no any common element between set A and set B. When there is no element, means you say that these are the empty set, zero element. Means you can write as a phi. Phi what represent? Empty set. Means there is no elements. So imply that there is no element. So let's take another example. Let's take another example to see how intersection we can find. So let's suppose that there is a set C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there is a D set where 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So when we say that C intersection D, then there is a common element. What is the common element here? 2, 4 and 6. So these are the intersection of set C and set D. So this way you can find intersection of two set. So let's see how do we represent in Venn diagram. Yeah. So this is the universal set. This is universal set, and this circle is set C, and there is another circle set D. What is the C intersection D here? So common. What is the common here in this set? In two set? So these are the common between set C and set D. So you can say this shaded part is the C intersection D. So what is the 2, 4, 6? And when we say that C union D here, so how do we represent C union D? What will be the 1 means all the element of C and set T. What is the element of set C? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as well as element of set D, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. These are the union of. So how do you represent in pictorial form, Venn diagram form? So this way, this is the universal set. This is the universal set. Here is, this is C, sorry, this one is D set. This one is not this. So what is the C in C union D? Means all the element. You see, this one is the all the element. So this setted part is the C union D. This is where you can find the union of two set. So these are the symbol of sets. So let's move on another topic, which is type of set. So let's study the type of set. What are the different types of set? So as you can see, there is a set called empty set. Empty set. So you have already see that there should be no element. There is not a element in any set. There is no element in any set. So this is called the empty set. So empty set is represented as a phi, or in raster form you can write as a curly bracket, and there should be no element. So in empty set, number of element in empty set, what will be? Number of empty set in phi. Number of empty set, what will be? The 0. So this is the 0 is the number of empty set. So there is another set, universal set. Universal set. What is the universal set? All the element of basic set. As you can say that all the elements of basic set. Basic set. What are the basic set? You can say that like natural number are the basic set. Integer are the basic set. Rational number are the basic set. So this way you can say that universal is the fundamental set. So that's why we call it universal set is a fundamental set. This one. And there is another set, finite set. Finite set. What is the finite set? Finite means limited number of element in set. Means you can say that. So the number of elements of set is finite. So when number of element of set is finite, then that set is called finite set. Suppose A, here what is A? So let's suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the set A. So this is the finite set. Why? Because number of element set A, what is the number of element? 5. Total number of element in the set A, 5. So this is the finite set. When we say that in finite set, what are the infinite set? Means number of elements of set, any set. The number of element of any set is infinite. So let's suppose natural number. So natural number has infinite number of elements. So this is called infinite set. So this way you can define the. So these are the type of set, basic set. These are the type of basic set. So let's move another topic.